This thing has been sitting in your Toyota for years, and you've never used it. Not because it's hidden in some secret menu, but because nobody ever told you it was there. I'm talking about real features, stuff Toyota built into the car and then forgot to mention. Let's get into it. Number 1, the window cool-down trick. It's 110 degrees outside. Your car has been baking in the parking lot for 3 hours. You walk up, and instead of opening the door and getting hit with a wall of heat, you hold the unlock button on your fob for about 3 seconds, and every window in the car starts rolling down. By the time you sit down, the cabin is already venting. Here's the catch though. On most US market Toyotas, this feature is switched off from the factory. Not broken, not missing, just disabled. Take your car to the dealer, tell them you want the remote window down function enabled. Most will do it free during your first service. Some won't even know what you're talking about until they call a tech. But it's real, it's in the manual, and once it's on, you'll wonder how you lived without it. Number 2, killing the horn chirp. You know that loud beep every time you lock the car? The one your neighbors hate at 6 a.m.? Yeah, you can shut that off. But it's not in any menu. Here's the actual Toyota factory procedure. Headlight switch off. Then cycle the ignition from off to on 3 times within 5 seconds. Leave it on. The security light on your dash will glow steady for about 5 seconds. While that light is on, tap your horn for 1 second. The turn signals flash once, done. The chirp is gone, the lights still flash to confirm the lock, so you still know it worked. You just don't announce it to the entire street. To turn it back on, same exact procedure. Number 3, the display nobody scrolls to. Your dashboard is lying to you. Well, not lying, but hiding things. The multi-info display between your gauges, most people leave it on the odometer and never touch it. But cycle through it, and you'll find a screen that shows your real-time fuel consumption, updated every second. Not a tank average, not a trip average, right now. Foot on the gas, watch the number tank. Coasting downhill, watch it drop to 0. This isn't a gimmick. Drivers who pay attention to that one number for 2 weeks typically gain real MPG. Not from buying anything, not from driving slower, just from seeing what their right foot is actually doing. Your steering wheel has a button to switch displays. Find it, use it. Number 4, the Eco Light scam. Speaking of driving habits, that little green Eco Light on your dash, here's what nobody tells you. On most Toyotas without an actual Eco Mode button, that light does nothing for the car. Nothing. It doesn't change throttle response, it doesn't change shift points, it doesn't save fuel. It's a coaching light, a nag, a judgmental little LED that turns on when you're driving efficiently. If you've got a higher trim with a real Eco button, that's different. That one actually changes throttle mapping. But the indicator on its own, it's a sticker, a digital sticker. Don't change your driving for it. Watch the actual fuel consumption display from the last tip. That's the real data. Number 5, this one could save your life. If your accelerator ever sticks, whether it's a floor mat or a spilled drink or a mechanical jam, here's the official Toyota emergency procedure. Memorize this. Shift the transmission into neutral. Don't think about it, don't hesitate, just do it. The engine will rev loudly. It'll sound like the car is dying. It's not. The rev limiter holds it. Modern engines are designed to survive this. While the car is in neutral, you have full braking, full power steering, full control. Brake to the side of the road. Then and only then, shut the engine off. If you have a push-button start, don't tap it. A quick press won't do anything while moving. Hold it firmly for at least 3 full seconds. That's the override. That's the sequence Toyota documented after the unintended acceleration scare years ago. If you've got a key, turn it to ACC, not all the way off. ACC. That kills the engine, but keeps your steering working. Practice this once in an empty parking lot, just the neutral shift, so your hands know it. Number 6, the fob trick that saves your fob. Your key fob has a battery. That battery dies, always at the worst possible moment. But here's what most people don't know. When your car sits in the garage all weekend, your fob is still working, constantly pinging the car, looking for a connection, burning power. Most modern Toyota fobs have a power-saving node built in. The procedure varies by year, so check your manual under Smart Key or Power Saving mode. But on most models, you press the lock button while holding the unlock button for about 3 seconds. The indicator on the fob blinks. That's it. The fob stops pinging. Useful when you're flying out of town for 2 weeks or storing a second car, or just don't want to replace fob batteries every 6 months. To wake it up, press any button. Number 7. The 2-press lock that drives everyone crazy. You press unlock once. Only the driver's door unlocks. You press it again to get the rest. You've cursed about this. Everyone has. It's not a bug, it's a setting. There's a hidden programming sequence built into your fob. Hold both the lock and the unlock buttons at the same time for about 5 seconds. Wait for the click. Now, one press unlocks every door. Every time. You can switch it back the same way if you want the security feature back. This one takes 30 seconds, and it stops a daily annoyance dead. Number 8. The forgotten window up trick. You parked the car, walked 20 feet away, and realized you left the back window cracked. It's got to rain. You don't have to walk back and start the engine. If your car has a key blade, even a smart key has one tucked inside, slide it into the driver's door lock, turn it to the lock position, and hold it. On many older Toyotas and certain global market models, every window rolls up. This is region-locked. US market cars often have this disabled by federal safety rules. But it's worth checking your specific car. Try it once. If it works on yours, you've got a feature most owners die without ever knowing existed. Number 9. The trip data your car keeps without telling you. You probably reset trip A every gas station, but there's trip B, and on most Toyotas, a third tracker that just keeps going forever until you reset it. Why does this matter? Set trip B at the start of every year. Don't touch it. 12 months later, you've got your annual mileage, your annual fuel cost, your annual MPG average. For free, built in. Most leases charge you for going over a mileage limit. Most insurance offers low mileage discounts. Most resale values depend on yearly average miles. Your car has been tracking this the whole time. You just have to ask it. Number 10. The thing the dealer hopes you never learn. Every modern Toyota stores diagnostic information internally. When something goes wrong, even a small thing, it leaves a code. You don't need to pay $150 for a diagnostic. A basic OBD2 reader costs about $20 online. Plug it in under the dash to the left of the steering column. It pulls every code in the car, tells you exactly what's flagged. You won't fix the issue with the reader, but you'll walk into the shop knowing what's actually wrong, which means nobody can sell you a $500 fix for a $15 sensor. That alone pays for the reader the first time you use it. Here's the truth about all of these. None of them are secret. None of them were hidden by some Japanese engineer who pulled someone aside in a parking lot. They're documented. They're in the manual. They've been on forums for 15 years. The reason you haven't used them, nobody reads the manual. Most dealers don't explain anything past the cup holders, and YouTube is full of fake secrets that don't actually do anything. These 10 are real. Try them this week. The cool down trick on a hot day, the chirp kill at night, the neutral drill in an empty lot. That's how you actually learn your car.